Twitter, the preferred microblogging platform of sex traffickers, child pornographers, and pedophiles everywhere. Twitter has a long history of hosting and profiting from child pornography. This article in The Guardian was written in 2012 by a man who reported some child pornography on Twitter. The pornography in question was a photo of a little boy being raped. Twitter refused to take it down. So the man got a bunch of other people to report the child pornography. Twitter still wouldn't take it down. Finally, some journalists got involved and pressured Twitter to remove the account that had posted a picture of a child being raped. 4 years later, the hacktivist group Anonymous showed that Twitter does almost nothing to remove child pornography, even after it's been repeatedly reported. That was 2016. Have things changed? This is from 10 days ago. Investigators say local man used Twitter to share child pornography. And just yesterday, Twitter was hit with this lawsuit. Notice who's coming after Twitter. The National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Twitter is being sued on behalf of a victim called John Doe. The complaint accuses Twitter of 1. Benefiting from a sex trafficking venture in violation of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. 2. Violation of duty to report child sexual abuse material. 3. Receipt and distribution of child pornography. 4. California products liability. 5. Negligence. 6. Gross negligence. 7. Negligence per se. 8. Negligent infliction of emotional distress. 9. Distribution of private sexually explicit materials. 10. Intrusion into private affairs. And 11. Invasion of privacy under the California Constitution. This complaint is 79 pages long, so let's read a summary of the case from the New York Post. Twitter refused to take down widely shared pornographic images and videos of a teenage sex trafficking victim because an investigation didn't find a violation of the company's policies, a scathing lawsuit alleges. The federal suit, filed Wednesday by the victim and his mother in the Northern District of California, alleges Twitter made money off the clips, which showed a 13-year-old engaged in sex acts and are a form of child sexual abuse material, or child porn, the suit states. The teen, who is now 17 and lives in Florida, is identified only as John Doe and was between 13 and 14 years old when sex traffickers, posing as a 16-year-old female classmate, started chatting with him on Snapchat, the suit alleges. So, sex traffickers are using Snapchat to lure teenagers. Doe and the traffickers allegedly exchanged nude photos before the conversation turned to blackmail. If the teen didn't share more sexually graphic photos and videos, the explicit material he'd already sent would be shared with his parents, coach, pastor, and others, the suit states. Doe, acting under duress, initially complied and sent videos of himself performing sex acts and was also told to include another child in his videos, which he did, the suit claims. So, 2 children were involved in the child pornography that was reported to Twitter. Eventually, Doe blocked the traffickers and they stopped harassing him, but at some point in 2019, the videos surfaced on Twitter under 2 accounts that were known to share child sexual abuse material, court papers allege. Over the next month, the videos would be reported to Twitter at least 3 times, first on December 25, 2019, but the tech giant failed to do anything about it until a federal law enforcement officer got involved, the suit states. That's the condensed version of what happened. Things are about to get far more horrifying as we go through the details and see how difficult it is to convince Twitter to remove pictures and videos of children engaging in sex acts. Doe became aware of the tweets in January 2020 because they'd been viewed widely by his classmates, which subjected him to teasing, harassment, vicious bullying, and led him to become suicidal, court records show. While Doe's parents contacted the school and made police reports, he filed a complaint with Twitter, saying there were 2 tweets depicting child pornography of himself and they needed to be removed because they were illegal, harmful, and were in violation of the site's policies. Obviously, the Twitter trust and safety team is going to be all over this, right? A support agent followed up and asked for a copy of Doe's ID so they could prove it was him, and after the teen complied, there was no response for a week, the family claims. Around the same time, Doe's mother filed 2 complaints to Twitter reporting the same material, and for a week, she also received no response, the suit states. Finally, on January 28th, Twitter replied to Doe and said they wouldn't be taking down the material, which had already racked up over 167,000 views and 2,223 retweets, the suit states. Notice, Twitter knew about child pornography being shared by literally thousands of people on the platform, and the trust and safety team refused to take it down. Thanks for reaching out. We've reviewed the content and didn't find a violation of our policies, so no action will be taken at this time, the response reads, according to the lawsuit. If you believe there's a potential copyright infringement, please start a new report. If the content is hosted on a third-party website, you'll need to contact that website's support team to report it. Your safety is the most important thing, and if you believe you are in danger, we encourage you to contact your local authorities. So, when Twitter's morality police, the people who are in charge of what you can and cannot say on the platform, are shown that there's child pornography on the platform, their only concern is copyright infringement, because that could cost the company some money. In his response, published in the complaint, Doe appeared shocked. What do you mean you don't see a problem? We both are minors right now, and were minors at the time these videos were taken. We both were 13 years of age. We were baited, harassed, and threatened to take these videos that are now being posted without our permission. We did not authorize these videos at all, and they need to be taken down, the teen wrote back to Twitter. He even included his case number from a local law enforcement agency, but still, the tech giant allegedly ignored him and refused to do anything about the illegal child sexual abuse material, as it continued to rack up more and more views. The people on Twitter's trust and safety team belong in jail, and they're somehow put in charge of policing speech on a global scale? 2 days later, Doe's mom was connected with an agent from the Department of Homeland Security through a mutual contact who successfully had the videos removed on January 30th, the suit states. Only after this takedown demand from a federal agent did Twitter suspend the user accounts that were distributing the child sexual abuse material and report the child sexual abuse material to the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children, states the suit filed by the National Center on Sexual Exploitation and 2 law firms. So, Twitter won't take down child pornography because it's immoral and illegal, but they will take it down if they think that federal agents are about to bust them for child pornography. This is directly in contrast to what their automated reply message and user agreement state they will do to protect children. The disturbing lawsuit goes on to allege Twitter knowingly hosts creeps who use the platform to exchange child porn material and profits from it by including ads interspersed between tweets advertising or requesting the material. Early Thursday, Twitter declined comment to the post, but later in the day reversed course and sent a statement by email. Twitter has zero tolerance for any material that features or promotes child sexual exploitation. We aggressively fight online child sexual abuse and have heavily invested in technology and tools to enforce our policy, a Twitter spokesperson wrote. We believe you, Twitter. Our dedicated teams work to stay ahead of bad faith actors and to ensure we're doing everything we can to remove content, facilitate investigations, and protect minors from harm, both on and offline. Twitter is knowingly hosting and profiting from child pornography. And the only time it bothers them at all is when federal agents or journalists or the courts get involved. Apart from that, they have no problem whatsoever with pedophiles using their platform to post and share child pornography. The Trust and Safety Team is smart enough to side with the loudest political mob, knowing that if they're on the correct side of the political issues, everything else, including profiting from child pornography, is forgiven. Interestingly, Twitter is hosted by Amazon Web Services, so unless no one at Amazon Web Services has been paying attention to the news, Amazon is also knowingly hosting and profiting from child pornography. And the way things are heading, soon we won't even be allowed to complain, because we've tweeted ourselves into a tyranny.